Hi, I'm Catherine Groves. I'm the Director of Research and Development for the United Pentecostal Church International. And today, I'm going to share some information with you as a district official or ministry representative on how to complete our district offering report. The purpose of this report is to collect church level offering data for all of the ministry offerings. This report is going to be housed on wa.upci.org. WA just stands for Web Application, and this website is used for several interactive forms at UPCI. The first thing that we'll look at is how to log into this website. So first, go to wa.upci.org. In the top right corner, you'll see a button to log in, and you can enter your credentials here. The first time you log into this website, your email address will be your primary UPCI email address, which is the email where you receive communications from UPCI. Use that email address and the Forgot Your Password button here to set your password for the first time. Enter your credentials and then click Login. We're going to navigate to the tab that says Districts. In here, because I'm an admin, I am able to look at all districts, but if you're a district superintendent or a ministry representative, you would automatically move through this page and just see the information for your district. For example, I'm going to use the Alabama district. Now, on this page, you're going to see a list of all of the ministry offerings that are associated with UPCI. If you're a district superintendent or a district secretary, you will see all of the offering reports. However, if you're functioning as a ministry representative for youth ministries or for children's ministries, you're only going to see the offering report associated with your ministry. So for today, we're going to look at the ladies ministry offering, the Mother's Memorial. So if you see this line here, you can see the name of the ministry. The campaign is Mother's Memorial and the year is 2023. So we're going to click the link that says Enter Offerings. Now on this page, in general, all of the offering reports look really similar. But what this page is going to show you is a list of all of the churches in your district. You have several columns here. It's going to show you the section, the city, the name of the church, and the pastors of the church. There's also an indicator at the end of the church name to indicate whether it's a self-governing church, SG, or a daughter work, DW. Preaching points are not included in this form. Now from here, I think the process is pretty simple. For every church, you use the text box to enter the corresponding offering. For example, if this church is given $100, I would type 100, and when I click enter, the report is going to update. So you can see at the upper left-hand corner, there's a table that's going to give you some summary information. For example, there's 98 self-governing churches in this district. I entered an offering for one of them, so you can see that one self-governing church is participating, and they've given a total of $100. This one church of 98 churches represents a percentage of about 1% participation. And this will update as you go through the form. If you just want to go in a row, you can type an amount and hit the tab key, and that'll move you automatically to the next row if you just want to tab. And whenever you click enter, that's going to save your report. And see how the totals here are updating whenever I click the enter key. A couple notes on how to not enter information in this form. You should not use symbols, so do not use the dollar symbol whenever you're entering information in here. Commas are okay, but if, for example, if I used a dollar symbol here, it would not be recognized. The amount would be removed. Also, don't use words. Just use numbers. Again, commas are okay, but whenever you're entering the offering information, don't use the dollar sign, just enter numbers. And it's important to remember to save the information in this form. You can do that by clicking the enter key, or at the bottom of the form, there's a button that says submit. You can use this submit button to save your work and your process as well. Now, there's something else at the bottom of the form that I want to draw your attention to. The way this process works is designed to capture the giving for self-governing works and daughter works. Now, what happens if you receive an offering that's not associated with a self-governing work or a daughter work? Perhaps this would be a sectional offering or another ministry donating to the ministry offering that you're collecting, or an independent church in your district that wants to give. The way that we're capturing that information is the last row in the table says other giving. We're just asking for all giving that's not associated with a self-governing work or a daughter work. Total that together and include that in the last line labeled other giving. This will allow it to show in your district total, but we don't have to create an individual line item because the purpose of this report is to track church level giving for self-governing works and daughter works. And I do want to explain the logic behind daughter works here, and I'll take a moment to explain that. So for awards purposes, if you give an allocation in the giving to the daughter work, for awards purposes, the self-governing church or the mother church will receive credit for that total offering, the combined offering of the self-governing church and its related daughter works. However, we would like to capture the data at the smallest, most granular level. The reason for this is, sometimes there are daughter works and mother churches that have demographic differences. Maybe they speak different languages, or they are working in different communities, and we would like to have the information on all of those demographic factors. And so what we're doing is collecting the information at the smallest level, thinking about daughter works and self-governing works independently for data analysis, for participation. But whenever it comes to the awards, self-governing works will receive the included amount from those daughter work gifts. Now, whenever we went to this report, I mentioned there's a list of self-governing works and daughter works. One question you may have is, what happens if there's a new self-governing work or a self-governing work in my district closes? How does that impact this report? Well, because it's digital, we're able to make this report dynamic. So if there's any changes in your district, this report should automatically reflect those changes. Now, the last piece of information, once you've taken the time to fill in all of the offering information for these churches, again, we're going to navigate to the bottom of this report, and you'll see there's a question that says, has your district completed and saved all offerings for this campaign? By default, that answer is going to be no. Whenever you start it, we assume that you may take several days, weeks, months to collect this information and record it. And you can update this as many times as you like, adding offering information. And whenever you're complete and this report is ready to go to headquarters, what we're asking you to do is just change this checkbox to yes, indicate that the report is complete and it's ready to go, and then just hit the submit or save button to verify that your report is complete. Now, if you have any questions about this offering report, deadlines, the types of numbers that you need to be including in this, direct all of your questions to that specific ministry. So if you're a youth president and you have a question about the timing of your report, direct your question to youth ministries. If you're a NAM director, similarly, you would direct your questions about the CFC offering to the NAM division. This resource is provided as a generic instructional video on how to access the form and how it works, but you should be communicating with each ministry on the expectations as far as timing and the data that's included. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I hope this video was helpful to you, and God bless. Thanks.